Omid is here now. What's going on in that car? What's happening there?
I have to say, that's such a no-no. If you're I used to be a chauffeur, and you cannot pick up family. And what happens is, I think her car breaks down, and she wants me to pick her up. So I pick up her, my son with his child, the dog, and I think because she's a psychiatric nurse, she does home visits. I think someone she's done a home visit with just ends up in the car as well.
Right.
That's the kind of chaos. It's the chaos of people's lives, which I think this sitcom's picking
And it's kind
up
of like a follow-up from Getting On, which I know did so well. It was award-winning and all of that. And Joe knows that world really well. But the thing was, a lot of it's improvised, isn't it? A lot of it is.
Yeah, I think that it's got that feel of like a mock documentary, but without it being a documentary.
Sure.
So I think what Joe wanted was a kind of reality TV feel to it, but without it being reality TV. So we're trying to make it as authentic as possible. So
you two are a very believable couple.
Are we?
Yes, I think you really are. You know, sometimes when they put two people together, and sometimes it just doesn't work. But the you two, it really does. It's like you have got a back history.
He's the king of talking rubbish. He's like, I was sat there just watching him.
Just watching him talk rubbish.
Well, you're not even, it's not even acting. This is just me genuinely shocked by the things he was coming up with.
Oh, it sounds brilliant. It's on tonight on BBC 4 at 10 o'clock, isn't it? And as well as all of that, you're still... I can't believe you've been doing stand-up for 20 years.
It is, it's 20 years, it's amazing, yeah.
20 years, that is remarkable. Is there anything off limits for you?
If a comic's not offending someone, we kind of feel we're not doing our job.
Indeed.
So
and there's an awful lot of people wanting to be offended these days.
Yeah,
they're all out on the Twitter sphere waiting to be offended.
Exactly, yeah. In fact, this show, I think the first 20 minutes is about offence, or like online offence. But I think that there are some things that I think are off. I mean, for me, I just find it personally very hard to laugh at human suffering.
Indeed.
You know? I think that's the thing is very difficult. I mean, if you're really dark, you can probably find some humour there. But I personally doesn't really work for my voice. Like, I tried to roast some people. I'm just the worst roaster in the world.
No, I would be terrible.
I'm terrible. I'm just too nice.
No, I couldn't do that. What about someone like Donald Trump? Is he a gift to comedians everywhere? He's the gift that keeps on giving, I would imagine.
Oh, my God. He was... I mean, for me, all comics, we thought that we had it so good with George Bush.
Yes.
And now we have Donald Trump. And the thing about Trump, what people don't understand, is that Trump... A lot of politicians have speeches written for them.
Yeah.
OK, and they make it sound like it's them.
Sure.
But the question is, these are written speeches. So after the things Donald Trump is saying, who is writing his speeches? And I think it's two blokes from Deptford who were just like on the auto cue saying, he'll never say that. He will.
He
and
just
he does.
has, I know.
He just says it.
I know.
But I think that's American politics, that they basically, whoever says the most outrageous things, they get the most publicity, and then they become Republican leader, and then they tone it down. They start saying really reasonable things. They think, oh, I like him. And then they become president, and you think that that's it, we're over, it's finished.
Oh, geez, and it could happen. It could well happen. Now, as well as doing the stand-up, we've obviously seen you in, if you like, straight acting roles as well as comedy. Gladiator, of course, we saw.
Play an Azerbaijani oil pipe attendant in a Bond film, which is a major departure for me in my career.
Obviously.
But I think that that film in particular, you really know you're in a big film, because I'd ask Ridley Scott, why, if there's a market scene, why do you need 200 grapefruits when you've only got like 2 grapefruits in shot? And he said, actually, with these big epic films, the camera never lies. So what you have everything, like you need 5,000 extras, you only see like 200.
Right.
But actually the camera picks up the density of the grapefruits. Of the grapefruits.
Oh, right, so they have to do that.
That's right, the grapefruits.
Ah, and of course we saw you in Splash. We saw lots of you in Splash.
I know.
Now, what was the idea? Did you just want to laugh? Did you just think, why not, you know?
I really wanted to do Splash, that the next series would be called after my dive, Tsunami. I really wanted that. But
Look!
Well, I'll tell you something.
You went for it. You absolutely went for it. It was great.
When you're in your late 40s, you really want to do things out the box, which really give you that final bit of courage in life to take on. So I did it, and I thought it would give me that boost, and it did. You know, like when people do a parachute jump or diving off a 10-metre board. I don't know, have you been up there? Have you seen?
I've been up and chickened out and went back down again when I was a kid. There is no way in the world.
But when you actually do it, it really changes you. It transforms you as a person. So you actually, I mean, when you get older, you become less fearful of you can say what you like, do what you like. But actually, this really spiritually, mentally, whatever you want to call it, it really released me to be a bit more courageous with my stand-up, with everything I do.
That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. Well, look, we will see you tonight, BBC 4 at 10 o'clock.
Don't miss it. It's really funny.
It is really funny, and it's lovely to see you.
Lovely to
Come back any time.
For sure. Thank you.